Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's well. Scrappers, scrapbettes, and scrapazoids. So I decided to dismantle the Allen organ and parts it out. It's a big church organ. It's huge. Not like this guy. This is the home model. That's my small one that fits in the house. This one is probably twice the size of this guy. But this one fits in the house nicely. This other one I didn't have a chance of putting in the house. I knew that when I got it, but it was going to the dump, and I couldn't let that happen. So I did a little bit of research. My thought was to restore the organ. These boards have a tendency to degrade their fiberglass and such and so on, and they're now close to 50 years old. So after discussions on the organ forum, sounds vulgar, but it's not. Be nice. Scrooge McDuckin actually has refined one of these out for me. I don't know what the yield is, but I called Allen Organ. They want well over $1,000 to even repair this. So if I was to repair all the boards in this organ, I'm looking at $35,000 to $40,000 to restore the instrument, so that is not cost effective for me, obviously. It plays. The only problem is it's out of tune, and that's because of the degradation on some of these boards. The tuning mechanism has worn out, and they want us to buy a new organ is what they do. They don't really care about restoring a vintage one. So after many discussions with a lot of people who love these instruments as much as I do, I have made the decision that I'm going to take it apart and sell the parts. These are gold buttons. I haven't yet seen what the yield is going to be. Scrooge has been working on this for me. But for me, I think I'm going to try to resell it to somebody who needs a replacement part. What's the worst that happened? It doesn't sell and I, get it refined. I know what it's worth. That's not the issue. The issue for me is I'd like to get this into the hands of somebody who refines Allen or repairs and rebuilds and can repair this board. It should work. The instrument worked. It had a lot of the typical tuning problems that these are known for. So it was not an overnight decision. You'll see me pulling the boards and taking the organ apart over the next couple of days. It's out in the pod. It depends on the weather. But I did start. So this was, if you followed my post about the last batch of these, I don't know when I got them. I remember saying Merry Christmas, but I think that was the first set of boards I got. I think this was the second set that the same guy sent me, and I really just don't remember. I'd have to go back through my profile page and look at the dates, but I know we've seen these before. I know I sold a lot of 10 of them for a very good price and, sent him a nice, commission, so to speak, his cut. Or I took the commission and sent him his money, whatever way you want to look at that. So this organ was heading for the dump. And I know, and I knew when I got it, even if I were to strip it, I could get more than what it was going to cost me to move. I knew that. I had some delusion that I could resell it. Forget it. Nobody wants to pay $1,000 to move the thing. I know that too, but I do believe I could get enough in it, enough value out of the parts to easily cover the moving cost. And then I think I'm going to try to sell the parts as people need them. I just haven't decided, or see if somebody wants the empty console. Some people will build a virtual instrument using that console, but I don't know. I think it's going to wind up just getting stripped and dumped. I can't even tell you what that does to my soul. It's like dumping a classic car. How much money can you put into it, It's just, it's one of those things. But like I said, I've got the other one here. This plays really well, and, so I have one for myself. I just, anyway. So, you can see the gold count on this. I don't have to tell you. These are rare enough that the prototype for this instrument is in the Smithsonian. So is this board. They're across from Allen, Oregon, and I believe Rockwell, Douglas. There was a collaboration to create this board. From a historical standpoint, it was the first. It was the first to make the crossover where they could get the organ tones pure enough that people thought it was a pipe organ. The guy who founded Allen Organ, or was in charge of Allen Organ at that time, was a brilliant man. But you can see, even here, look at the gold in this thing. Holy Toledo! I mean, it's just loaded. You know, so I'm gonna put it up for sale, and it did pretty well with the other thing I got was just a box full of them, and there were 10 of these in here. So I've got that, and I think what I'm going to do is try to sell these all over here individually. As I said, I've gotten involved with an organ forum and some other people. What's the worst that happens? They don't sell, and I put them up for, you know, I sell them for scrap. But yeah, no, I'm going to try to make them available to people who know what they are. You can't really see this here, but that is gold, guys. Gold, gold, gold. The light is not good in this room this time of day, but it's gold. That's all gold under here. You can see this. See, these are the kind of things that Scrooge refined all this out for me. And then he got these buttons he's refining as well. Then he also cut up the board, and he's trying to see if there's silver in there. I don't know if he actually finished. I know he and Proud are on their road trip. So it really is a beautiful piece of history. As I said, I am going to put it up for sale. You know, I hope somebody who needs it gets it. You know, it's just an amazing thing. And they don't make them anymore. You can't get this. I mean, to have this fixed, to have it tuned and cleaned and all the solder. I mean, I'm finding loose wires in the organ already, so that also prompted my decision. Then they went and they cut the damn cable to get it out of the church. There's a long cable from the choir loft to where it was hardwired. And instead of cutting it down by the choir loft, or down by the electrical circuit, they cut it close to the organ. So there's another repair I already have to make. I know it played because I went up and played it. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is, guys, right? You know, you got to do what you got to do. This is killing me. It really is. I wish I could have salvaged the instrument, but it's not going to be cost effective. So we'll take it apart for parts and get those parts into the hands of someone who can use them. You know, it's a wonderful instrument. It's a great instrument. If you know how to repair it and you can fix the tuning issues yourself, you've got yourself a real collector's item and a gem. It's Allen Organ. It's a digital organ, and I think it's a MOS 1. These are called MOS 1 boards. You know, so I'll show you the rest of these as I pull them. I'm going to try to go into the pod today and see if I can pull some more boards. I'm so cramped for space in there, I can't even move. All right, everybody. God in heaven bless each one of you. Have a good day. Bye.